What's up, Libra? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, let's get right into your November love reading. But I want to thank you guys for showing so much love on the November reading that I did for you guys, your regular monthly reading. Yeah, so if you guys keep fucking with me heavily, I'm gonna make sure that your readings are coming out pretty quickly as well. So it's a win-win. If I see people showing love, those are gonna be the signs that I'm doing first. So before getting started, guys, just a disclaimer that I'm like attempting to work from somewhere else, and it's kind of like a public sort of area, although it's like a closed room, but people can walk by. So I'm not used to doing YouTube videos with people kind of like stopping and staring, and that might happen. So if you see me kind of get weird and look at someone like, what the fuck, that's why. But yeah, I had someone like legit just walk in while I was doing a reading this morning, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's the rudest thing I've ever seen. But okay, but we're here, guys. Now let's see what's going on, guys, in regards to your love life. So we're gonna look at your past, present, and future in love, and then at the end I'm gonna pull some advice for singles, couples, and for those who kind of find themselves in a gray area where you're not technically taken, but somebody would feel the type of way if you were. So you know, that whole situation. Now this is gonna be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Libra signs. And just keep in mind, guys, like I always tell you, that the energies could be transferable. So it could be your energy I'm picking up on, or the energy of somebody around you. All right. So we have your past, present, and future. Okay. All right, guys. So the energy that we have here for you is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So when this comes up for love specifically, this is when somebody may have been trying to like really get something off the ground, but no matter how many ideas they get to get it off the ground, or how many ways that they try, or the things that they say, they don't get what it is that they may have wanted or what they were expecting. So maybe that's something that could be heartbreaking for you, or maybe someone around you. But I see someone who has to kind of like come out of their shell, move out of a situation where there could have been things going on that you didn't know about, or that somebody around you didn't know about, and your soul was just uneasy with something and unhappy about something. So if you guys found yourself, or you know, if you found yourself in a place where someone could have been bothering you emotionally, or if you're feeling that now, it could be that your soul is wanting to part ways with that. Okay, but let's see what the full story is. Now, starting with your past, guys, the first card that we have here is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is getting into something new. This could be something really exciting here. So let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is about. King of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands, okay? Maybe this is something that was happening with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But what I see, honestly, is that someone is going towards something where it could seem like there's a lot of passion, but I see a person who's not genuinely invested in it. I see someone who's around more for convenience as opposed to genuine love, okay? And somebody possibly feeling that in their soul, but not necessarily, you know, putting a finger on it or giving it a label for what it truly is. So with your next card being the Four of Swords, it's like someone's in a place where they know they have to move past something, but right now it's being in the stage of how do I move past this? You know, what's the best way to move forward? So this is just a person who's kind of like taking a mental hiatus so that they can figure out how to move forward. Okay, so why is this in your past? We have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone is just mentally stuck on something, figuring out how to move past what they're stuck on. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it could be one of two things. It could be a reconciliation, someone getting into a relationship, but it could also be an energy where someone feels like they're getting drained, where the energy is just being leached from. I see something here that's not working, where a person has to be reserved towards it, but maybe someone involved in this is a smooth talker or something like that, so that's why you're kind of just staying here, or why you're mentally stuck on it, or maybe someone is mentally stuck on you. Now the last card that you guys have for your past is the Fool card. Okay, so this talks about getting into unmarked territory, okay, getting into something that's completely new for you, something exciting. when you have the Fool card, it's like you're so excited about what you're going towards or this new beginning that you're not even questioning like what can go wrong. It's like this naive bliss that you have. Why is this Fool card here? We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Six of Swords. So it's kind of like a catch-22 situation because you guys are going towards something that's going to be new and exciting. But at the same time, you know that you have to release something. And that's something that's difficult for, you know, a lot of you. Or maybe difficult for the person that you have to leave behind. All right. Some of you could have been dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Possibly a Capricorn because we have the Devil card next to it. But with whatever this is, I feel like it was just toxic. There could have been a lot of passion. Maybe the sex was great, but I don't see it as worth it. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, maybe there was a third-party situation, or maybe this led someone into like a depression, okay? So in the present moment, Libra, the first card we have here is the Empress card. So this is about new beginnings. This is about getting into something where you're planting the seed and you're going to have to tend to it. It's something where you have to be willing to put in the work and effort, but it could be a very beautiful thing. For some of you, this could be pregnancy as well. Maybe some of you are dealing with a pregnancy. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Let's pull one more card. And we have the Knight of Wands. Maybe some of you are starting something with a fire sign. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Maybe some of you are just finding out about a pregnancy. Okay. But I see someone, although, honestly, we'll pull more cards here, but with the energy that I see, it's like someone is wishing for and wanting to manifest something that might not be the best for them. Might be kind of like a lost cause for them, where things don't go the way that you expect it to, okay? And there's going to be a need to kind of like dodge a bullet. Let me just pull one more card for this. We have the Eight of Wands here, okay? Three of Cups in the reverse. I feel like there's something that's getting started, guys, but can you trust it? I don't feel like you can trust this, okay? Maybe someone got a third party pregnant. All right. I know that that's a very exact thing to say, but obviously it's not going to be for everybody, but it could have, for some people, that could be it. All right. Now, guys, the next card here, this is your central energy. This is what everything taps into. Moon card. This month, guys, whatever is being done in the dark will strongly come to light. All parties are going to have complete clarity on what needs to go down. Now, we're in Scorpio season. What does that mean for us? How do we all, get through Scorpio season? This is going to be a time where you need to face your shadow self. And it could be uncomfortable because you're looking in the mirror and you're looking at the ugly side that we all have. We all have an ugly side. We all have things that we have to fix within ourselves that we have to just get past. But with the Scorpio season, a lot of that stuff is coming to light. If other people are doing shitty things to you, you're going to see that for what it is. If you're being a shitty person, you're going to see where you're being a shitty person. And this is time for everyone to kind of just look at that, embrace what that is, and figure out how to kind of get past it. But it's also going to be a time where it's going to be do or die for a lot of relationships. This is when so many truths come out that it's like when everything is laid out in front of you, it's easier to make a decision on whether you want to stay with something or not. Truth will come out. If you're fucking up, it will be known. If someone else is fucking up, it will be known. Why is this Moon card here? Seven of Wands. Hanged Man. You need to stand your ground with the direction that you're going to go in. And what direction is it that you're going in? The path of least resistance, rather. Okay? Excuse me, with the Hanged Man, this is not someone that kicks, screams, cries, chases, runs. No. They don't do anything like that. It's kind of just, think of someone who's just meditating. If someone walks in the room, that's fine. If something gets too loud, maybe they get up and go to another room, but they don't fight it. They kind of just let things go with the flow in a way where it's not going to be more detrimental than what it has to be for them. Okay? So, yeah, you're going to have clarity and you're going to stand your ground with the path that you know is least resistance. And for a lot of you, you could just be realizing you're not on a good path at all. All right? The last card that you have here is the Emperor. With the Emperor, this is when we put our emotions to the side for a moment. And you have to think about what's the smartest thing to do here. How do I take the lead on the situation? What makes most sense? This is when you like look at all the lessons you've learned in the past and you apply it to this situation. Queen of Cups in the reverse. And you have the World card in the reverse. So it's like you have to boss up to something. You have to make, you have to make a very solid decision here. And it could be you or somebody else that's just so upset about this. I have like this hair that's falling. Here we go. But yeah, there's just someone who's upset. And there's something that it's like you kind of feel like you have unfinished business with this. But it's something that does have to be closed out. The Hierophant in the reverse, two things here, guys. One, it's not meant to be in your life. Okay, your soul is against this. And then two, and this is something huge, is that if this stays in your life, not only is it wrong for you love-wise, but it completely derails you from what you're meant to do life-wise. I don't give a fuck what a person looks like, who they are, who they're connected to, how good their sex game is. I don't care. Absolutely no one on this planet, not even your parents, are worth you not following your destiny. This energy throws you off your life destiny. We don't got time for that shit, Libra, okay? So moving forward, guys, the first card that we have here is the Ace of Cups. A new beginning that could be happening, something that's very emotionally fulfilling. So let's see why this is here. Star card, wish fulfillment. And we have Ace of Wands in the reverse, so two things are happening. One, you're letting go of something that's unconventional, that's not meant to work, but you get wish fulfillment in another area, all right? You're realizing, look, I don't see eye to eye with this person, or this situation is just not working out with us. This doesn't necessarily have to be a fallout of a partnership or, relationship. This could just be two people saying, look, we love each other, but that particular thing does not work for us. So we're not going to do that anymore, okay? Why is this Three of Pentacles in reverse here? We have the Magician. And we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you just don't want to worry about anything. And there's something else that you're manifesting that's actually taking off quite quickly for you. But you're realizing, look, there's something here that was just toxic for me. It wasn't a good idea. It wasn't conventional for me. It's time to let it go. And I'm not going to accept it in my life any longer. So you guys, build in a very positive way. And you're realizing what's not working for you. And you're moving away from that. The last card you have is the Five of Wands in the reverse. Beautiful. You don't want to fight. You don't want to argue. You don't want to kick. You don't want to scream. You don't want to feel like you're competing. You just, anything that feels like that sort of tension, you're just releasing. Page of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Sometimes with the Page of Swords in the reverse, this could be someone who's extremely honest, like in a distasteful way. Or instead of saying like, hey, are you okay? Seems like you gained a few weights. Or gained a few pounds rather. This person would say, wow, you've gotten really fucking fat. What's going on with you? Eating too much? So it's just like, okay, I get it. You're getting your point across, but it's not necessarily happening in the best of ways. So that could be what the Page of Swords in the reverse is sometimes. But in this case specifically, I feel like you guys are just cutting something out of your life. I feel like you guys just aren't talking to anyone or talking to someone specifically at this moment. And you're healing. It's like, look, I don't want to fight. The pain that I was feeling in the past, or the pain you were feeling in the past, like, I'm over it, or I'm getting over it, but I want no part in this. So I actually see you guys cutting somebody off because your soul just didn't want it, and starting something in another direction. Okay, realize, guys, my computer cuts me off like all the time, but yeah, you guys are just realizing that something was reckless, and I see you rejecting it. Whether you want to or not, you reject this. Okay. So Libra, let's jump right into the advice. So we're going to start with couples, then we'll do singles, and then we'll do those who are in the gray area that you have no fucking idea what's going on. And it's like, what do I do here? All right. So for anyone who can, if you could please timestamp the advice portion so people could jump to the advice that they need. And then if you guys need anything else in regards to personal readings, anything like that, just fast forward to the end when I talk about how to go about that, okay? All right. So let's start with our couples. What is the advice for my Libra couples? Justice card came out. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. There's something karmic here, guys, where there's going to be a loss that's felt, and there's something you kind of cut off. There's someone you cut off, or something that you just stopped talking to, but you guys are walking away from a tumultuous situation, and you're being very honest about it, okay? or you're speaking your mind, you know. You have the Hierophant, Seven of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it's showing that you know in your heart and in your soul that something has to go. Okay. Something like if it were to continue, if you were to build it, it would just, it's like you would lose control over the situation, or the situation will lose control of you. Okay. But there's something that Spirit is saying that you strongly need to move away from so that you can remain on your life path and what you're meant to do. Maybe this is something that goes against your morals or who you genuinely are, like deep down as a person. But yeah, there's definitely something you guys are moving away from. So if it isn't a relationship altogether, then it's something that was very detrimental to the relationship. Maybe somebody was cheating, maybe someone had a third party and they know they have to drop that. Okay, but there's definitely something strongly being dropped here, Libra. Okay, so my singles, let's see what the advice is for you guys. High Priestess in the reverse came out. We have the Two of Cups, Eight of Cups in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. I see a blast from the past, okay? From the past, not the past, the past. Blast from the past, guys. Whether you're trying to go back to an ex's life or they're trying to come back into your life, okay? There's just foul play here. Okay, there's something that wants to come back in. It's something that could seem very good, something where there can, you know, seem like there's a lot of tenderness and love, but there's a third party situation here. This blocks blessings for you. Don't let the past back in. We got the Eight of Wands. We have the King of Cups, so maybe it's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or just someone who comes off very loving. Justice card in the reverse, but there's foul play here. They're seeing somebody else, or you're seeing someone else, something that won't make you happy, so just leave it in the past. And Five of Swords is just too much conflict. And X is an example of what you don't want in your life again, guys. All right, so we're not doing this. It's a no. The thing is, you just have to be honest with yourself, because with the High Priestess in the reverse, it doesn't mean that you're not aware of what's going on. It means that you're aware of what's going on, you just don't want to admit it. Or maybe someone around you doesn't want to admit it, but you have to admit it. There's something that you're currently entertaining that is not worth your time. Okay. All right, into my gray area, Libras, which I feel like is always everybody anyways, you know. So let's see what's going on here. What is the advice for y'all? I'm sorry if you guys hear my stomach. I'm like fasting. I'm doing like intermittent fasting right now. So I'll eat in an hour or two. All right. So we have the Seven of Cups, the Fool card in the reverse, Ten of Cups. Guys, plain and simple. If you don't know where you are with someone, you're not anywhere with them. If you don't know if it's a yes or no, it's a no. Even if something makes you happy, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a solid answer, if this person hasn't clearly said, okay, we're in a relationship, you're just not. It's saying that there's something here that's just an illusion, something that's not a good idea, but it has a capability of making you happy. But third party situation, or maybe someone that's just, you know, they're more focused on socializing than settling down. But this isn't going to work out. So if you're in the gray area, take yourself out. There's no need to be. If you don't know what it is, answer is a no. All right, we have the King of Wands. So for some of you, this could be with the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have the World card and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So good thing. Yes, you're going to let this go, and that could be painful for some of you. But you have an amazing new chapter that comes in. It just shows you have to release something right now, because someone can't be trusted, or someone just doesn't want to be in a relationship. Someone doesn't want to be tied down. All right? So, yeah. No such thing as gray area this month, guys. If someone's not being clear with you and giving you a super clear intention, then their intention is no intentions with you, okay? So we have to look at things honestly, so we don't get ourselves wrapped up in some bullshit. So, guys, I will be back next with your November mid-month readings. If you guys are on social media, you can follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. I also have another Instagram where I post daily energies, and that's High Vibrations Tarot. All of this is in the description below. And guys, I did open up readings again, but it's only mini readings and it's question readings. There's also emergency readings, same day options as well if you guys need that. Just check out my website. Link is in the description, highvibrationswithliz.com. I love you guys so much. Adios.